This is the first swale I built on my property. I built it with a small tractor with a tiller attachment on the back. I just ran the tiller across there, then used the bucket, pushed it forward, kept doing that till I had what I felt was a deep enough trench through there. It's been five, 6 years probably since I built this, and it's ready for a clean out. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is vetiver, which is the plant I have planted on the berm. You know, in most cases, when you talk about swales, you think about it being a tree-based system. I decided to go with vetiver, and I'll explain the reasons here in just a sec. Let me move to the other side. Okay, from this side, you can see I'm at the top of my property line, and there's a paved road there. And you can see as the vetiver gets bigger, thicker, taller, it's going to create a privacy screen for me. But the brilliance of vetiver, let's look at this one here. This plant here in one season will become this. In other words, they keep dividing and dividing, and if you dig this up, you'll get up to 20 more plants. So this whole row started out as 2 plants. I think I paid $3 for each slip. I planted it in a bucket, let it get big. When I harvested it, like I said, I got roughly 20 plants. So I planted 18 of them, put the single one back in the bucket, let it do it again. So it doesn't take long to have a healthy population of vetiver. So vetiver will get about 6 feet tall, and as you can see, it gets wider and wider and wider, almost like a pampas grass, creating that privacy screen. But what you see above the ground is also happening underground. The roots will go down about 12 feet, and they go straight down. They do not branch out, they just go straight down. So if you have a tight planting, and I will need to do some fill-ins, it will actually slow the water down underground. And you know, we're all trying to get the water in the ground, not flowing off our property. So we've got the swale holding water. As it seeps downstream, you've got the roots acting as a dam. The amount of organic material grown from it is incredible also. It will, we are at the end of the season. It's starting to turn a little purplish, but it's going to turn brown. So at this point I can just cut it, I don't know, 6 inches off the ground, let that top be a mulch laid on the ground, and wait for next year when it resprouts. I wanted to cover another benefit of vetiver. You can actually plant this in the water flow. I'm going to go down and look at this. So if you plant this across a ravine, and let's say the water's flowing and sediment builds up and it's catching sediment, there are little nodes like this right here. It will actually root out of that. So if you plant it straight across a ravine, it filters, catches sediment, the soil level raises, it'll re-root there and then start growing again and continue on. As it regrows, it'll create another node. Actually, there's a node there higher. That's probably 7-8 inches off the ground. Anyway, so it can actually raise the soil level, filter the sediment, keep it, re-root, keep going. And you can actually, I've seen it videos where you're looking at it sideways and you can actually see the drop off. Dirt's raised here and it becomes a cliff here where the water comes out. It's a pretty amazing plant. I don't hear it discussed a lot, but I would highly consider you looking at it, see if it grows in your area. I'm going to show you one other thing. I'm going to do a 180 here. This is a second swale I built, but we're getting an area on my land where there is no topsoil. The original swale was plenty of topsoil, but we start hitting a slope. Anyway, I built a swale here, but I filled it with wood chips. So it still allows some water to soak in, but as it breaks down, it's like replacing your rock with soil. So at some point, this will be fertile soil surrounded by rock. Just wanted to show that to you real quick. I'm gonna get to the end here and look down at it. Anyway, I anticipate a year or two, maybe 3, I'm not sure, I'm in no hurry, but this all becomes soil. We become an oasis of soil surrounded by the rock. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show you today. Thank you for your time.